Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you, yes, and equally it's good to be seen. So on this episode I am going to be looking at the Eno Doublenest Hammock. Now if you've never been hammock camping before, you're missing out on a real treat, because at this time of year it's starting to warm up, and definitely I like to be in the environment a little bit longer, and that means staying out overnight. So I'm going to talk about the system that I use. It's simple, it's quick, it's lightweight, and I think you'll like it if you're not already using a similar sort of system. There are many different sorts of hammocks out there. This one, I believe, for the price that you're getting, is good quality and you can't go wrong. So with that said, let's go and have a look at it. Okay, so here we have it. This is the Eno Doublenest Hammock, which conveniently comes in its own stuff sack. It's integrated, so that's really handy. And then we have the Atlas suspension system, which is going to be the bit that goes around the tree and we attach it to. If you've never used these before, oh, they're a real godsend. Brilliant to use. I'll show you how to use them. They're quick and easy. You won't turn back once you've used them. Right, so Eno, what does that mean? Well, that means Eagle Nest Outfitters. And let me just tell you a little bit about what I know about it, which isn't a great deal. These were the original people, or the original parachute hammock makers. So that's pretty cool in itself. So obviously they've got quite a long history of making really good hammocks. So this weighs in at 19 ounces in the sack. That's 5 inches by 5 inches, and when it's put out they're about 9'4" by 6'2" across. So they're quite spacious. Again, remember this is a double. You can get a single. Also, I've got this in the Realtree colour. I've also got a green one that I've got, but they do come in many different colours, so you're not just stuck with the green. You can go reds, blues. There's so many colours, you're sport for choice. But this one here was kindly given to me by my good friend Terry Lishem. Well done, Terry. Well happy. So getting back to the hammock, we're going to stick it up. I'll show you how quick and easy it is, and then we'll just walk around and we'll talk about a few of the points that to me make this one of the best hammocks. Okay, so we'll stick it up. Okay, with the Eno straps, just quickly point out that these are 11 ounces in weight, and they're approximately 9 foot each, and they do vary in thicknesses. It starts at 1 inch and it goes up quite thicker to go around the tree, which I'll show you. These are well handy and they're in their own little stuff sacks. You just sort of keep everything neat and tidy. Brilliant invention there. So what I normally do, again, this is not a video for showing you how to put it up, but if we're going to talk about it, I'll show you how I do it. So if you can see on the strap there, it's actually thicker there than it is there. So that obviously helps to protect the tree. In all, there's supposed to be 30 adjustment points. I believe that's probably 15 on each strap, which is well handy. So all I do is chuck it around the tree. Okay, you've got a big loop there, that goes in there. That's all there is to it. Do the other one. Okay, so we're ready to take the actual hammock out of its little stuff sack. What's really good about these is that they come with this. It's a bit like the sleeping bag system. It's got this plastic buckle thing there and this strap here which goes around, and you can just pull that and it compresses it. So I suppose it's a compression bag really as such. So we pop that open. It's got this nice little plastic lock-in mechanism there. I don't know what you call it. So all I do I've got the carabiners at the top and we'll talk about those. Okay, so the two carabiners, you've got one on each end. These are not climbing carabiners, these are just made by Eno. They're their own special aluminium carabiners. They probably hold about 400 pounds each, which is quite a lot of weight. Again, they're not for climbing, they're just for the hammock only. So how does that attach to the hammock itself? Well, there's a piece of rope that's nicely sewn in to the end there, real thick rope too, and then there's a loop on there that the carabiner goes on. If you wanted to, you could easily change the carabiners if you don't like them. You know, anything's changeable on this, which is really good. The good thing about this also is as that rope goes around there, it's triple stitched, so that's like really strong. So obviously that's not gonna go at any time. So let's put it up, and then we'll have a closer look. So that's how easy it is to put the Eno hammock up with this new system with the straps here. Honestly, brilliant system. You do it in no time at all. We're talking minutes. With the rope, yeah, it takes a lot longer. So this system is such a good system. As you can see, the trees are quite wide apart, and it actually did it with no trouble at all. I'm probably down to third to the end, so that's pretty much there. I think I would prefer to be more in the middle, but for this demonstration purposes only, it's pretty good. So let's look at some of the features and what makes this hammock so good. Well, straight of all, as I've mentioned before, you've got triple stitching on the end there where the rope is, which is really important. You've got triple stitching down the edge here. This bit of material here, if anybody knows about the Enos, normally they come in a two-tone colour, so that you might have a main colour there, and then you'll have a slightly different colour there. I've got another Eno hammock, and I'll show you that later. I've gone, obviously, like I said, well, I haven't gone, obviously my mate Terry gave me this hammock, but if you're spending lots of time in this environment, which is like, you know, you could say you're a bushcrafter, you really want to blend in, and this Realtree one is a little bit more expensive than the normal one. I think you'll pay about 20 quid extra, but to me it's worth it if you want to blend in. That's the price you pay. So let's look at the material. The material is a 70 denier high tenacity nylon taffeta material, which makes it very durable, quick drying, and very strong. 400 pounds capacity. That's quite good in itself. So, you know, in all, it's a good hammock. So, I mean, I'm very pleased with it. Obviously, you've got the pocket here. This is obviously the stuff stack that I was talking about. It's stitched on in the middle, I believe. Yep. It even comes with the instructions there. So if you're not sure how to put this up, there's instructions to tell you, which I must admit on the earlier Enos, that never used to be there. So that's obviously a new thing. You can cut it off if you don't want it there. So I'll just put that in there. Obviously you've got the nice little logo on the front there. Okay, so let's just talk about the webbing, because that's obviously an important part if you're going for this system. The material that it's made with, I've got it here on my phone, I'm going to cheat a little bit there, is a high tensity polyfilament webbing, so that makes that really strong. As I said before, it's got 15, well, it's got 30 overall, so it's 15 little holes aside, so you literally put your carabiner on there, and that goes all the way down. Great adjustment. The early ones definitely wasn't as good as these newer ones are. So this will hold per strap 200 pounds, and that gives you your 400 pounds, which is the same, which would then equal the hammock, which is really important. What's also really important for tree huggers out there, that these are tree friendly straps. They're wide there, and if you wanted to, you could put something in there as well, like something to protect the tree. But I'll be honest with you, I've been doing hammock camping for over 20 years and I've never harmed a tree yet. So I mean, and I used to use rope and that never used to leave a mark on the trees. So you know, these straps, if you're literally really eco-friendly about the trees, these work out really well. So I mean, there isn't much more to say about the webbing apart from you know, it's like I say, it's wider there, narrower there. And if, you know, like I said, if you use the old rope system, get onto this ASAP, because you will not regret it. It's quick and easy. I mean, like today, you just want to put it up, just chill out with a cup of tea or whatever, bosh, you're up in literally less than a minute. It's unbelievable. Right. Okay. That is it. That's all I've got to say about it, really. I mean, I'm really happy with it. Like I said, I've been using Eno for quite some time now. The only bad thing I've got to say about it is putting it back in the stuff sack, because it's tight to go in there. But that's the point of it. Overall, in sleeping in these, you just got to try it, man. These are really comfortable. If you're going to stay out at night, you probably want to put a thermarest in there or get the underquilt. Okay, that's all I've got to say about it, really. There is, I mean, if you're talking tarps, Eno do a tarp that go with this. This will be reviewed on a different video. This is a Pro Fly rain tarp, which again, if you're buying this, you might as well buy that as well. Make it a combo. So with that said, I'm just going to chill out in a hammock and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. It's always a good idea to take your boots off. So this is the green one, and this is the different colour section there. That's like on all of them, it's a bit of their trademark. So that's it, really. So if you like what you see or saw, thumbs up, you know, subscribe and all that, and leave a comment in the bottom if you've got a comment. I really would like to hear of the system that you're using or you're thinking about using. So I would say, if you've never ever have tried hammock camping, or if you just want one to sit out in the woods and watch the wildlife go by, then I would highly recommend an Eno. The reason I say that is, you know, for the money, you're not going to buy a piece of crap that's going to rip on you when you get in it. I've had many hammocks, some have been disastrous, but this one here, they get you going, and if you want to progress later, then you can go on and progress, but this will last you for many, many years of loyal service. So with that, I'm just going to chill out, watch nature, watch the bluebells, and yeah, who knows. So adios amigos, and I'll see you on the next one.